Hello again. In Introduction to Academic Research, we talked about academic research standards.
In this video, we'll go over one of our first tips for meeting these standards. Know the basics.
We'll emphasize 3 basic academic research concepts you need to know. Many professors will expect you to understand them. So, let's get started. The first concept is that following directions matters.
While this seems like a no-brainer, a lot of students do poorly on assignments because they don't follow instructions.
The number of sources you need, the types of sources, and the required citation style can all vary from professor to professor. No matter how good your content is, failing to follow directions often results in a poor grade.
Before beginning your research, carefully read the assignment instructions and, if there is one, the assignment rubric. Then, note the research requirements before you start searching for sources. After you finish your research, return to the rubric and instructions and reread them to make sure you meet all the research requirements before turning in an assignment.
One requirement you might see frequently in academic research is to include scholarly or peer-reviewed sources, which brings us to the next concept you need to know, that scholarly and popular sources differ. Scholarly books and articles are extremely credible sources that advance the state of knowledge on a topic by reporting research results. These works are written by named scholars for other researchers or scholars in a particular field of study, so they may include highly specialized or technical language. They refer to and build upon the work of other scholars and make sure you know that they're doing so through extensive citation. These sources are sometimes described as peer-reviewed because they're reviewed by other content experts before being chosen for publication.
Popular sources, on the other hand, are written by writers who may or may not be named. They are written for the general public, so everyday language is used. If they cite any sources at all, the citations aren't descriptive.
This isn't to say that popular articles should never be used in an academic setting or aren't valuable sources. But generally, using scholarly articles will boost your credibility in academic circles, which is why you'll see scholarly sources required more than popular ones.
The third concept you need to know is that time to publication is important. Ultimately, the amount of time it takes to publish a source after an event occurs can affect your research. How? Let's look at the information cycle to explain.
The information cycle shows when information becomes available to the public after an event occurs. As you can see by this graphic, different types of sources have shorter and longer publication timelines. When an event occurs, television, radio, and social media will report information the day of. Newspapers will publish information the week of. Popular sources will publish weeks after. Academic and scholarly sources will publish months after. And books and government publications will publish years after. You should consider this time to publication in 2 regards when it comes to academic research.
First, you should consider time to publication before committing to a research topic. You typically won't be able to find scholarly journals, books, and government documents on an event that just occurred in the last month. Thinking about the types of sources you'll be able to find on a topic before you commit is important, especially if your professor requires certain kinds of sources.
Time to publication is also important when considering the accuracy of a source. Generally, Twitter feeds, radio broadcasts, and the news focuses on getting information out quickly so the public knows what's happening as an event is occurring. Sometimes information can be inaccurate because of the real-time need of these publications. While using these types of sources may serve a distinct purpose for your research, generally, you're going to want to select the most accurate information, and typically, the longer an author has to fact-check before publishing, the more accurate the information.
To summarize, there are 3 basic concepts of academic research you need to know. Following directions matter, scholarly and popular sources differ, and time to publication is important.
Now that you know about these concepts, watch our next video, Going Beyond Google.